What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys have not subscribed yet, definitely make sure you go subscribe. I'm going to be doing a bunch of sports content going forward, so if you're a big NBA or NFL fan, definitely make sure you go subscribe. I'm going to be doing a quick breakdown of the Patriots and Chargers today. This playoff game just ended here about 20 minutes ago. The Patriots beat the hell out of the Chargers. Final score 41-28, but the final was not indicative of everything that transpired in this game. The Patriots truly beat them down. They were up 35-7 at half, and they really just coasted in the second half. So this game was more of a blowout. The Patriots played better than even I expected. The Patriots were just on point. They outplayed them in every facet of this game. They absolutely dominated. I expected them to win this game, unlike most experts who all said the Patriots were going to lose. You know, what's new? These same guys say this every year. You got guys like Rob Parker who said, you know, year after year says that Brady is, you know, not good anymore. The Patriots aren't good anymore. You know, I don't know when people are going to stop taking this guy seriously. I think most people have. But it's embarrassing at this point. It's really just embarrassing that they even allow him on national television. Sean Merriman said the Chargers were a lock to win this game. Obviously, former Chargers player, now works for Fox, I believe. He said the Chargers were a lock. They have too much talent. They're too good. The Patriots are not that talented. So, Sean Merriman, congrats. You made this classic mistake that people make year after year about calling out the Patriots, and they end up looking stupid in the end. Eric Dickerson basically said the same thing. He said the Patriots dynasty was over. They have no chance in this game. If you swap the jerseys, you know, then everybody would pick the Chargers. Basically saying, you know, the only reason people are picking the Patriots is because they're the Patriots. You know, they don't have the talent. It's not because they earned it. It's not because they're that good of a team. It's just because they're the Patriots. Well, you know, he looks dumb because the Patriots, like I said, beat the hell out of the Chargers. It wasn't even competitive. And then you got last on my list, and I'm sure there's plenty more, but these were just kind of the top four guys from this week. Max Kellerman, who keeps talking about this cliff that Tom Brady is falling off. I didn't see the cliff today. Tom Brady did not look 41 today, and he looked like a quarterback that could play for a few more years. You know, what these guys don't understand is the great ones like LeBron and Brady and, you know, all-time great players, they have an extra gear, an extra level they can kick it up to in the postseason. And that's how it is with Brady. You know, Brady can coast through the regular season, and if it's a big game, Brady can kick it up another level. And these guys just fail to understand that. People make the same mistakes with the Patriots every year, ruling them out. They're done. They're no good. Like, the Patriots have a few ugly games every year. That's just a fact. And people rule them out every year. We've been doing this for, like, at least 6 or 7 years now. You know, where people every year are making these big, you know, statements on how the Patriots are just not the same team. I mean, they looked like a pretty damn good team to me today. That's for sure. Tom Brady was 34 of 44, 343 yards, 1 touchdown, and he had a 106.5 QB rating. Phillip Rivers, 25 of 41, 331 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and an 81.4 QB rating. So Brady clearly outplayed Phillip Rivers. And I want to say, I feel bad for Phillip Rivers because he's had a great career. Especially in the regular season. You know, playoffs, he hasn't had a lot of success. And, you know, I will say, I know he was really trying to play for his friend, Brandon Mebane. You know, his 7-week-old child died, I think it was like last week. So I know the Chargers were really frustrated trying to play for him today. But I got to say, Phillip Rivers acted like a complete crybaby the entire game. He whined and cried and yelled at the officials, and he cried after every play today. I know a lot of people like to call Brady a crybaby and this and that, but if anybody watched that game, you know, Phillip Rivers really embarrassed himself today. You know, but in the end, he's been enough of a class act throughout his career that it is what it is. I understand he was frustrated. They felt like this year was their year. Phillip Rivers was 0-7 against Tom Brady in his career going into today. He is now 0-8. You know, here's Brady, who's got 28 playoff wins. 5 Super Bowls, 8 Super Bowl appearances, and Phillip Rivers goes into this game, like, hey, I got the better team, I got more talent, I had the better year, this is my year. This is how Phillip Rivers felt. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for Phillip that way, so I know he was frustrated, but I just didn't like the way that he acted throughout the game, but it is what it is. So some of my key players to this game that I really thought had great games, Sony Michel. I mean, what can you say about this rookie running back? Ever since his first game that he really played against Jacksonville, where he struggled, this kid's just been great. Now, he's been in and out with injury. I think he's missed 4 to 5 games this year. He was just under the 1,000-yard mark in the regular season, but he's well over 4.5 yards a carry in the regular season. Today, he had 24 carries, 129 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I mean, he was just a beast. He just sliced up that Chargers defense. I knew New England was going to do this. They got 2 great pass rushers for the Chargers in Bosa and Ingram, and I knew New England was going to come out and run the ball down their throats. That's exactly what they did. They had a great mix of run and pass today, and the Chargers really just had no chance against this Patriot offense today. But how about Julian Edelman? He just played one of the toughest games I've ever seen out of a receiver. He did it against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. He's done it in a lot of games, but this dude takes pop after pop. This dude's getting hit every play. And he's getting hit, and then he's dragging guys for 5 more yards. He's got a lot of heart. I don't think he looked like the old Julian Edelman all year, but today he did. He looked like prime Julian Edelman today. Congratulations to him. Julian Edelman is officially number 2 on the all-time receptions list in the postseason, behind only Jerry Rice. He was at 94 when I think he got his 3rd catch, so I think he's at 100 now in the postseason. So when you look at Julian Edelman's complete resume, what he's meant to this Patriots dynasty, I think he should get some consideration for the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. Now, we'll see what he does in the next couple years, but he's been a huge piece to this Patriots dynasty, what they do, and to be number 2 in postseason history, 4 receptions, just behind Jerry Rice, that's big time. I don't care what anybody says. That's a huge stat. And Edelman is a just underrated receiver. Everyone wants the flashy Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, and all those guys are more talented, sure, but Edelman just shows up in big games, man, and he puts up big numbers, and he's as tough as any of them. So props to Edelman. James White had 15 receptions today, 97 yards. A lot of screen passes and short little 5-yard passes, but a lot of those went for first downs, so he had a good game. And then Gronk only had 1 catch today on just 1 target, 25 yards. I thought Gronk blocked pretty well today, so I think Gronk played good overall, but just 1 target. I don't know if that was part of the game plan, if Gronk is really just not the same guy, that they're not even targeting him like that anymore, or I couldn't really tell if the Chargers were giving Gronk that extra attention. Maybe it was that. I think they'll need more out of Gronk next week. So we'll see, but it is a little odd that Gronk only had 1 target in this entire game. But overall, the entire New England offense really just exploded. The Chargers really struggled most of the game until late when New England started playing pretty bad defense, and the Chargers racked up their numbers. Melvin Gordon today, just 9 carries, 15 yards. They couldn't get anything on the ground. Overall, the Chargers rushed for just 19 yards today compared to 155 for New England. New England had 150 more total yards, and they killed them, almost doubled them up in time of possession. So this was a complete beatdown. And the moral of the story is just stop doubting Brady and Belichick. As long as these guys are still going and they're still in New England, they have a chance. This is their 8th straight trip to the AFC Championship game. So 8 straight times they're going to the AFC title. It's their 13th time together being in the AFC title. So it's their 13th appearance in the AFC title. So this run by the Patriots will never be duplicated. To me, I am young, but this is like the greatest dynasty in pro sports, in a sport that it's this hard to do it. It's not like baseball where there's no salary cap and the Yankees can buy every player and just win every championship. This is salary cap league. This competitive league in the NFL that it is today, with all the parity, every year there's different teams that are good. You never know the teams that are going to be good, but every year it's the Patriots. They're there every single year. You can talk about their division, but their record's just as good against the rest of the NFL. So you got to give it to the Patriots, man. It's going to be an exciting game. New England going to Kansas City for a rematch. They played earlier in the year. New England beat them 43-40 in New England. It's going to be a little different. Couple players missing next week. No Kareem Hunt for Kansas City. No Josh Gordon for New England. But this looks like it's going to be a shootout next week. Mahomes versus Brady Part 2. I will definitely be back with a recap of that game. I might do a recap of the Saints-Eagles. The Eagles are up 14-10 right now in the third quarter. Nick Foles and the Eagles look like they might pull off, some just craziness again. You can't explain what's going on with the Eagles and the Saints. I don't think the Eagles are going to make the Super Bowl this year, but I can't doubt them out. I mean, Nick Foles just, that's another guy. Don't doubt Nick Foles either. I know I say don't doubt Brady and Belichick. Don't doubt Nick Foles either, because, he always seems to prove people wrong. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. I will be back next week after this game. I will be doing NBA reactions throughout the week. So like I said earlier in the video, definitely subscribe to the channel. I will be back with more videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will check you guys later. Have a good night.